Hello you guys. So you recall the video I made about Shawn B, the clown, railroad Karen, whatever you want to call him, where he had the cops called on him because of his harassment to the Union Pacific? Well, this was more about him constantly spamming the hotline with calls and such. But I feel that a formal video needs to be made about his channel as a whole, even before that incident. So for those of you who don't know, you may be new to the channel, maybe need a recap. There's this YouTuber called Shawn B. His entire channel consists of claims that the Union Pacific train company is harassing him when they have to stop near his house for clearance or to get permission to move, like whatever the case may be. I reacted to a video where the cops was called on him because of spamming the hotline, like I said. But there are other videos on this channel that just makes me want to go to Mars. So I'm going to pick the ones that stood out to me the most because he has so many that just regurgitates the same thing. So let's get into it. This video is going to make you want to go to Mars. So I hope you have your popcorn and your spaceship ready because it's that. You're going to want to go to Mars after this.
The 8 p.m. shitheel stopping right in front of my house again. Just to where he's blocking off the street. Today he's got his windows open. Let's see if he has anything to say, shall we? Hey, did you have something to say to the camera? Did you have something to say?
Notice how the conductor closed the window. He was probably like, ain't nobody got time for this, and closed the window. It's like, leave these guys alone. They're just doing their job. They probably don't even want to be in your neighborhood anyway. Dealing with your goofy they stop where they're told. They have to stop where they're told, and they can't move until they get permission. They probably don't even know you're there until they roll into the neighborhood. Like, come on.
I mean, you're here every day. Did you have something to say? It's like you want to talk to me. Now's your chance. Go ahead, talk to me. What do you got to say?
Shawn, did the Union Pacific hurt you? What did the Union Pacific do to you, fam? All they're doing is just doing their jobs. And the railroad was there way before your neighborhood. He even says it in his own videos. They've been doing it for 150 years. So he basically gives away that they were there first, but then they want to act like they weren't. Like you guys, like you said, you're going to want to get on your spaceship and go to Mars after this video, because the next video I'm about to show you, you're really going to be like, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going to Mars. You coming?
Just to where he's blocking the street. Parked right outside of my house. Hey, is there a reason you're blocking the street? Is there a reason you're blocking the street? Yeah, you can't back up 10 feet, huh? No? Just impossible? Necessary to railroad operations to block a street like this?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear what the conductor is saying. I do apologize for that, but she's probably saying the same thing the comments have been trying to tell this clown when he started making these videos. He thinks they can just back up like a car. Like, they probably need to get clearance to back up, and they probably don't have clearance right now. He's always saying they're backing up and pulling forward in his house. I mean by his house. When they're doing that, they have permission to move. And they're sitting there because they don't have permission to move. And, you know, they have to wait till the block clears. Maybe a train with priority over them is passing by and have to wait for the block to clear. Like, literally anything besides they're just parking there just to bug him. They're not going to waste the diesel just to bug this guy. Come on.
No, you can move it back 5 feet. That's perfectly possible. I see you backing up in front of my house all the time. I know you can do it. All right, so yeah, go ahead and laugh and smile on this. Yeah, you're gonna be on the internet. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna complain about you too.
Oh, it sounds like she said she's gonna complain about him because Shawn said I'm gonna complain about you too. Yeah, make a TikTok about him and then let people stitch it and be like, this guy is a clown. This guy does not know what he's talking about. Yeah, yeah, I would like to see that. That's why I'm making this video here, because somebody needs to make a video about this clown and put him in his place, even though I don't know a lot about trains. But let's move on.
No, you can back up 10 feet. You have no business being here. Why are you here? What are you picking up, huh? What are you picking up? No, they weren't. My house was built in 1900, and the Rock Island Railroad built these railroad tracks.
They were there first, Mr. B. That the railroad was there way before your neighborhood. You said it yourself in these goofy odd videos. They've been there for 150 years. Come on, wake up. You just have to watch his videos, because I'm just gonna pick a few that stood out to me. Otherwise, this video will be like 3 hours long because this guy is a clown.
So you don't know what you're talking about. Bruh. 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 No. Get out of my neighborhood. How's that sound? You got no reason to be here. Get out of my neighborhood.
No comment. No comment. Why don't you get out of the neighborhood, Mr. B? Why don't you move if the train bothers you that much?
Stop harassing my neighbors.
Why don't you stop harassing the train company? Your neighbors don't care about the train. Remember, in another video, the cop said that Shawn's the only person that they're getting calls about.
Yeah. Have you seen the condition of the railroad tracks? It's because people like you are sitting here on the tracks all day long for no reason. That's why all these tracks are torn up. Any given day now, you're gonna have a derailment, and I'm gonna have you on the internet laughing your ass off at me. How's that sound?
So you're really blaming them for the condition of the tracks. Maybe the tracks do need some maintenance or some repairs or some touching up. I don't know a lot about this stuff, so y'all gonna have to help me out. But them sitting there is not the reason. Like when it snows, like in the wintertime when it snows and it's cold, I know that can make the roads need some repairs. So maybe the tracks are the same way. Like when the weather constantly changes and then now that it's getting warmer, they can do construction. Like I said, I'm not too keen on this type of stuff, but if he's concerned about the tracks, instead of saying they're trying to cause a derailment, why don't you call it in? And I'm willing to bet that if somebody were to come and look at the tracks, he's going to say that the Union Pacific sent the maintenance away crew to harass him. Who wants to put $1 on it? So this next video I'm going to show you that Mr. B posted kind of made me sick to my stomach, and you will see why. To kind of hint, I have to do some tiptoeing because I don't want my video to get flagged by YouTube, and you'll see. Just roll the clip.
Oh. And now he's stopping. Right outside my front of my house. 8:30. Every night. Because it's necessary for hauling corn you can't eat that'll make you sick. Because it's supposed to be made into ethanol.
What? What is this clown talking about? What do you mean corn I can't eat and corn made into ethanol? It may have been a long time since I completed school and science class, but somebody please spell this out for me. Because I don't know. It's a grain train. I can't eat the corn if it's raw. I have to cook the corn to eat it. Of course, raw corn is gonna make me sick. I'm getting dumb just watching this clown. Roll the clip some more. Just roll it. Roll it before I change my mind about this video.
Yep. There's the 8 p.m. shitheel. Once again, parking right outside of my house for no f***ing reason other than he's a stupid, fat-ass waste of life.
Because they're the reason why you have the crap you own. Alright, Mr. B. Can you comprehend that? Probably not. You're saying that it's not necessary for them to park in front of your house. Well, this video is not necessary. You've gone too far with this, Mr. B. You're lucky YouTube hasn't flagged you for this. I wonder why they didn't. They get mad when somebody says the F word, but they just go to sleep and just crickets with this video.
I hope you're seeing this video, you piece of shit. And I hope you fucking...
Shawn, what in the hell is wrong with you? Who are your parents? Who told you this is okay to say? The dude is just doing his job. He probably doesn't even want to stop in your neighborhood for however long he has to sit there. He probably don't want to be there either, but he's following orders. You act like these people volunteer as tribute. Get out of bed, volunteer as tribute to come and bug you when they're not. Like, I'm not finishing the video because this fool made me that mad. But like I said, you can find these videos on his channel and then watch them if you like. I'm only reacting to the ones that stood out to me, and this made me want to punch a wall after he said that. Maybe because I'm a mental health advocate. Maybe that's why. But I hope y'all make this video viral, because this clown needs to be arrested for his blatant harassment of the Union Pacific. I forgot to mention, but the redacted part was him basically saying, I hope you unalive yourself. And I had to redact that for obvious reasons. And also, spoiler alert to Shawn, it's a crime to tell someone to unalive themselves. But the fact that this guy is broadcasting his crimes on social media shouldn't surprise me. You know, but it just does not make sense that these people are just doing their jobs. And it's not harassment, they're doing their jobs. And having to stop and wait for clearance or whatever is necessary.
See the 8 p.m. shitheel. Backed up to where he's right in front of that house again. Same engine number, same guy driving it. Backed up to where he's now looking right into that window.
So let me get this straight. When the train parks blocking the crossing by your street, they're blocking an ambulance from getting to you. When they don't block the street, they're peeping toms. Make it make sense. So in other videos, he's claimed that the crew was peeping on him. First and foremost, how are they supposed to know that that's your bathroom or that's some kid's bedroom? They don't know. And looking at that house across the street, look that their blinds are closed. So how can they see through closed blinds? How do you know that's a bedroom? So the question is, you know all this information and want to put on the crew. But my question is, Mr. B, how do you know that kids stay there? How do you know that's their bedroom or bathroom or whatever? The rest of the video is just pointless mumbo jumbo, so I'm not going to subject y'all to that. So I just don't understand what this guy wants. When they don't block his street, they're peeping toms. When they do, they're blocking the ambulance. I don't know what the hell this guy wants.
Yep, here we are, half an hour since the Union Pacific 8 p.m. shitheel pulled into my neighborhood and just started sitting there, harassing the neighborhood. Now, the Union Pacific is running another train down here on their main line.
Alright, so this clown has a few videos on his channel where he talks about suing the Union Pacific for quote-unquote harassing him, blocking 911 from getting to his neighborhood. Like, you wish I was making this up. So how is this video evidence? All I see is just them doing their typical railroading duties. The railroad runs 24/7. You are by a busy rail yard. So it's nobody's fault but yours. Even if his folks did move into that house, you know, what was stopping him from, you know, getting a job, saving up money, or saving up his DoorDash money, since he said he does DoorDash in his argument with the cops. Save up that money and then move out of his folks' house. Or even staying at a hotel on the weekends, or a friend's house on the weekends. I don't know who'll be friends with this clown, but staying at a friend's house on the weekends, so you at least have relief from the train, at least on the weekends or on off days or whatever. It's like, it's not the Union Pacific's fault. They didn't make you move into that neighborhood. They didn't force you or your parents or whoever to move into that neighborhood.
Keep in mind that the 8 p.m. shitheel behind my shoulders here has no reason whatsoever to be down in this neighborhood. Just keep watching. Keep watching.
Mr. B, have you ever thought that maybe the bleep heel is stopped in your neighborhood because of the train down there?
The 8 p.m. shitheel is purposely blocking off my entire neighborhood. I just filmed the entire goddamn thing. You just saw him sitting here out front of my house for a half an hour harassing the neighborhood until they ran a train down here. This is why the Union Pacific is about to get sued. So I think this is great evidence for a lawsuit. What? Oh, there's a guy that got stuck. So I'm gonna be calling a lawyer about this shit.
You can call BS when he says they're blocking off his neighborhood, because his neighbors can get out no problem. And if everybody was trapped in like it was a maze, then don't you think the cop would have brought that up? But nope. The cop said that he's the only person that has a problem. So apparently his neighbors can get out of the neighborhood just fine, whether the train is there or not. So how come his other neighbors can get out, but for some reason he can't, you know?
Blatant harassment, and you're endangering everybody's life down here by denying us access to our own neighborhoods, denying us access to 911.
So we're just gonna move on here because it just reiterates the same thing that just makes no sense. And he posted a video recently to his channel, so instead of the guy being the 8 p.m. bleep heel, he's the 8 p.m. creeper, and it just doesn't make any sense. Just roll the clip before I go to Mars early, because I can't deal with this no more.
And you did that shit on purpose. Did it on purpose. Parked right in front of somebody's house. People outside.
Like I said, I'm cutting some things out of the video because should I get monetized in the future, I don't want to have so many obstacles and issues. But he basically opens a video calling him the 8 p.m. creeper because he was parked outside of a house and there are some people outside talking. The people are just outside talking. So how is he a creeper for that? Like, they can't help where they stop. He's probably not paying those people no attention. He's probably just doing the paperwork in the cab or whatever. If the crew just took over the train or whatever, they probably don't give a rat's ass what the people in the neighborhood are doing. They're probably just focused on like what's in front of them, waiting for dispatch to give them an okay, just having their eyes on the prize, if you know what I'm saying. This guy is something. When the train is blocking the crossing right by his house, they're sealing off 911. When the train isn't blocking the crossing and parks further, the engineer is a creeper. I honestly don't know what the hell this guy wants.
And who knows the real reason why he's stopping down here when, you know, there's kids living in every single one of these houses and he's parking right in front of their bedroom window.
Okay, Mr. B, first and foremost, I might have said this in the video, but let's bring it up again. First and foremost, how do you know that there are kids in these houses and where their bedroom is? How do you know that, Mr. B? You think the engineer's the creeper, but how would you know this information unless did the kids tell you, oh, that's my bedroom, it's right there. You see the unicorn curtains? That's my bedroom. Is like, unless that's the case, then I think you're the creeper, Mr. B, not the crew.
What's up? Yep, more safe practices of the union pathetic. Trying to fucking run people over.
Well, if people try to cross in front of a train that could move without warning, then that's not the company's fault. And whenever they're stopped and then they're moving, they're required to do 2 blows to alert people that the train is in motion. So you get mad at them because they're running on treacherous tracks, yet they blow the horn for safety and you're still mad. I don't know what this clown wants, you guys. My autistic ass is done trying to figure it out. Y'all figure it out for me, because I'm tired of the cat and mouse games.
And this is when they're not harassing other people that live down here.
You just said when they're there in your neighborhood for no reason, they're harassing your neighborhood. And now you're saying that this is when they're not harassing your neighborhood? I don't know. Guys, help me out here. I'm about like 5 seconds away from going on that spaceship to Mars right now.
Hey, I wonder if they're gonna call the cops on me.
For the umpteenth time, they call the police on you because you kept spamming their hotline with calls. Not only should they sue you for harassment or charge you for harassment, because the cops said if he kept spamming if the Union Pacific were to press charges, the cop will arrest him, right? So not only should Shawn be sued for 3rd-degree harassment, but defamation, because he's saying they're putting his neighborhood in harm's way and saying the crews are creepers and all that nonsense. You know, even like the tiniest joke allegation, you don't know the consequences it can have, whether you were kidding, making up stuff or not.
Oh, and now here he is, backing up. With a train that's about 5 blocks long. Yeah, he just couldn't do this shit in the train yard. He had to come down here and peep on people and harass them, and now he's gonna go get himself some dinner from Mickey D's. Feed his fat bearded ass.
What the hell did I just hear? Last time I checked, McDonald's doesn't have any of their stores in a rail yard. If they're going to McDonald's, how can they do that in a rail yard? If they were going to McDonald's, and they'll be getting in the ride that picks them up when they're done with their shift, more than likely. If they did want to go to McDonald's, who cares? It's their money. Yeah, this is going to be the last video because, as I said, all of his videos consist of the same thing. UN Pacific's harassing him, overnight harassment, the 8 p.m. Bleep Hill's doing this, the 10 p.m. Bleep Hill's doing that. They're blocking off his neighborhood. It's just the same thing over and over. So there are very few videos where there's something different. So I just picked the videos that kind of stood out to me that I felt had something a bit different in it, even though there probably isn't a difference. But roll the last video. My ship to Mars is almost here. I'm gonna add some gags in these reaction videos to keep you guys engaged.
Evidently, I'm not the only person calling about this asshole sitting here for 3.5 hours.
Well, if the train was there for 3.5 hours, maybe there was an issue with the train. Maybe the signal was having issues. We really don't know why they were sitting there for 3.5 hours. Maybe there was a derailment somewhere else, and that delayed the Bleep Hill, as you like to call them. There are a million possibilities outside of they're just doing it to bug you.
Am I supposed to be intimidated by this? Is that what's going on here?
Dude, I do not know if they're intimidating you. I don't think that's the case. Maybe that's a crew change, because the crew works for about 12 hours or so, and then they swap crews when the shift is up. And maybe they were waiting for a new crew to take over. I don't know how long crew changes usually take. Maybe when he was arguing with the conductor, maybe they were waiting for the next crew to take over. Not sure how long crew changes can take, but I guess various conditions can delay it a bit. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know, I guess they're gonna have a fucking camp out for Memorial Day on the train engine. That's their plan. Got their little backpacks and their snacks and their lunch. I'm gonna go to Minnesota. Yeah, I'll be right here if you ever want to talk to me.
I feel like 10 years was taken off my life watching this. So if they went camping, as you like to say, so what? If they have Memorial Day weekend off, that crew in particular, whatever, so what? They deserve to go camping, as you like to say it. So I'm trying to think about the point of views here. There are a million reasons why that train was parked there for so long. Maybe there was mechanical issues with the signal, whatever. But the Shawn there harassing his neighborhood and blocking off 911. That's all I can handle, you guys. So leave a like, leave a comment, share this video with a friend. And also, I have a Ko-fi and a Patreon. You can join my Ko-fi and my Patreon to get early access to my videos, exclusive content, maybe a little BTS, and so on and so forth. If that interests you, then I'm going to have the links in the description. I'm going to have my links throughout cards and on my end screen. And just remember, Shawn B is a clown. And I don't understand how that guy ties his shoes if he thinks a train company is out to get him. So, I'll catch ya.